Republicans are lying to Americans about saving America. And the SAVE Act, oh my God. They keep calling it a voter ID law, but that's hardly what it is. It would require every American provide specific proof of citizenship, such as a passport or birth certificate, but will not accept currently used and adequate forms of identification to register the voter, update their registration, such as this. And certainly so close to an election has never been required or necessary for very good reasons, and certainly never strong-armed and forced down the throat of a nation. It is a blunt and politically biased over-regulation to a negligible issue that does not exist with any regularity. In fact, according to the Heritage Foundation, their top count of illegals voting in an election at most is 41 cases across roughly 50-some years. During that same time, over 1 billion ballots were cast in U.S. elections. This will protect our elections. It will crookedly, unnecessarily, and purposely directly disenfranchise millions of eligible voters who will suddenly face new barriers simply because they don't have the right paperwork readily available, and they all of a certain demographic that would sway an election towards these mooks. This is what Republicans aren't telling you. Non-citizen voting is already illegal. It has been illegal for decades. And despite years of investigations and political claims, there is no evidence of widespread immigrants voting. None. In fact, documented cases are vanishingly rare, far below even a fraction of a % of votes that are cast. So I push this bill so hard and so fast because the issue isn't really about voter ID. It's about changing the rules of voting right before what could be a historic midterm turnout for these epically ethical whores to stay in power by hook or by crook. Because the Republicans never went honestly, openly on policy, never on charm or on facts, just grabbing by the pussy, never admit, never apologize, never grow up, get away with everything you can. Sucker beware. Nothing personal but business, heartless. It's the 20th century American way. It's infantile, dangerous, ridiculous, clownish, destructive, criminal. And polite people have had enough. Adults have had enough. Morons are govern America. They have to cheat. They must lie. They need to save the SAVE Act to continue their machine of bullshit. The regime propaganda. The Fox Cartoon Network, because there's no substance in what they say. None. The SAVE Act requires American citizens to represent additional, specifically burdensome, costly documents to register. It will make it harder to register online or by mail or create new federal oversight of state voter rolls. And it would force voters whose names have changed, like married women, to jump through additional unnecessary hoops, potentially blocking millions of eligible Americans from voting, all from targeted demographics leaning against the current administration. Please call your senators and representatives. Tell them where you stand. It's time to get loud to defend your rights, so register to vote with a passion and make sure your registration is current and check it regularly. Yes, unfortunately, there's a reason. Register all your friends, because this is the season of our discontent. We need to strike a blow and we need to leave a memorial mark. Democracy works best when the rules make sense, are just reasonable, expand participation and honest, accurate representation. Not so much when nefarious petty actors consciously, without scruples, willfully and underhandedly make it harder for people to vote. When politicians start changing the rules of elections instead of earning votes, we all need to be paying closer attention. They have changed the rules of engagements and we need to treat them accordingly, because Republicans are nut jobs in general. Can't win without rigging the system. That's why we need to get them out from behind the wheel and out from policy influence back to the fringes where they belong on all sides. On all sides. Bottom line and most importantly, restore power to the people directly where it belongs. Restore power to the people.